watching UNO with Dr. Ambrish Saxena.
Hello students, today is Thursday 24th of October 2019. A new era in cricket has begun with the taking over of Sourav Ganguly as BCCI president. The 33-month rule of the Committee of Administrators that has come to an end. Along with Ganguly, other office bearers have also joined yesterday. Now let us try to unfold what is this Committee of Administrators and what kind of impact did it make on the cricket administration and whether it contributed to some extent towards reform in the cricket sector. This Committee of Administrators came into existence in January 2017 as per a direction from the Supreme Court. It all related to the scam that happened in IPL. The matter reached the Supreme Court. Supreme Court set up a committee which is known as Mudgal Committee. Based on the recommendations of the Mudgal Committee, another committee was set up which we know as the Lodha Committee. This committee was set up in January 2015. The recommendations were made in January 2016 and the Supreme Court implemented these recommendations and ordered for setting up this Committee of Administrators in January 2017. This was a 4-member committee as set up by the Supreme Court. Vinod Rai was the chairperson. Vinod Rai was earlier the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. One member was Diana Idulji. She was earlier a member of India's women cricket team. Then 2 more members were there. One was Ramchandra Guha, who is a noted historian, and then Vikram Limaye, who is a financial expert and is at the moment at the helm of affairs in NSE, that is National Stock Exchange. But the last 2 members, Limaye and Guha, they resigned within months, and by June 2017, only 2 members remained there in this Committee of Administrators. And if we refer to the controversies which happened during this period, whether it's the question of harassment charges made on Rahul Johari, who is the BCCI CEO, and if we refer to controversies related to KL Rahul and Hardik Pandya with regard to their statement, and also the issue of appointing the head coach of the men's cricket team and the women's cricket team, it was always 1:1. Till the time another member was appointed by the Supreme Court, he was Justice Ravi Thorge. So then working improved. But Supreme Court on Tuesday, when it took up the matter for announcing that this committee is being winded up, Supreme Court said that anything related to the working of this Committee of Administrators, so no litigation will be possible. So it is like providing a shield to these members as far as litigation is concerned. If we look into the relationship of BCCI with ICC during this 33 months period of time, we find that it was not the same as it used to be earlier. Whatever threats were issued by BCCI with regard to the boycott of ICC events or even withdrawing from the Champions Trophy, that did not work. Not only this, the India's share, the BCCI's share in ICC, that was reduced from $570 million to $405 million. So let us see what will happen now in the new regime, whether this BCCI committee, which has been formed as per the new constitution of BCCI, will be able to take the game of cricket to new heights. Now coming to another story, most of you must be thinking that internet has brought a revolution in our life and has made a positive impact. But you might be wrong if you refer to the affidavit that has been filed by the government in the Supreme Court of India. In this affidavit, the government has said that internet has emerged as a potent tool for harming disproportionately the democratic polity. The affidavit which has been filed by the Ministry of Electronics and IT, it has been said that the crimes like hate speech or fake news or activities against the country, the anti-national activities, the unlawful activities, the defamatory posts, they are constantly on rise on the internet platforms. Now, why this affidavit was filed by the government in the Supreme Court? In fact, Supreme Court is hearing some petitions based on the issue of the regulation of social media. The Supreme Court wants to come out with a mechanism wherein the regulation of social media can be done to the extent that there can be a check on such kind of material or such kind of information which is objectionable, which is fake and which is not in the interest of the society, including the spread of the pornographic material. And so the Supreme Court has even directed various high courts to transfer all such petitions which are related on social media regulation issues to it, and then the Supreme Court will be clubbing all these petitions and coming out with the final judgment. The government has assured the Supreme Court that within a 3 months' time, that is latest by January 2020, it will come out certain rules which can then be enforced to regulate social media. The government has referred that these rules will pertain to intermediaries. What is intermediaries? Intermediaries include the internet service providers, then the search engines, and also the social media platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. If we refer to the Information Technology Act, then we find that there is a provision wherein the online companies or the online agencies, they are under obligation to assist the government as far as the monitoring, intercepting and encrypting of messages and the information is concerned. And taking a clue from this legal provision, the social media companies have said that they are not under obligation to go by the encrypting of messages, and these companies have also said that they do not have the key for the encrypting of the messages. And what the social media expert and the online experts say on this, their plea is that the Supreme Court should not take up these kind of pleas and they should not do anything with regard to social media regulation, keeping in view that there is already a petition pending in the Supreme Court on Information Technology Act. So this whole act has been challenged in the Supreme Court, and also these experts say that there is a danger involved if these regulations come in force to the privacy of citizens, and their viewpoint is that the government is trying to enforce the social media regulation through all this mechanism so that the privacy of the people can be taken away. That is all in today's edition.